Do you love me? Why don't you love me? I think you don't love me at all, isn't it? These are the questions most of the people who are in relationship they were tempted to ask to either to their partner or to their spouse or to their lover. But these are the questions, according to Surya, who is sitting with us with a beautiful attire and a smile. He says, never answer. And this episode is going to be an episode which is going to literally save your life. Yes, Surya, I'm not asking you that. I'm not asking you a yes or no question because I know you don't answer a yes or no question, especially if it comes from a woman. And if it comes from a woman who is emotionally charged up. So, Surya, I want you to open this up, dissect and decode nicely why a man shouldn't get into the trap of this yes or no loops and what happens when he does that.
There was this ex that I had. I wouldn't really call an ex. It was just a few months of very intense fling. We just met once also, and there was a lot of back and forth. Now, a very bad habit that she had was she's always asking me all these kind of weird questions. And even though a conversation would just begin about one topic, it would suddenly escalate into something so serious that I would get angry and I would block her off. The conversation would be, so, Surya, you don't want to get married to me, is it? I'm telling you to talk to my parents. You won't come to talk, is it? Uh, do you love me or not? Do you want to take care of me or not? Let's deconstruct that. Okay. I'll take one question. Hmm. Do you love me or not? Let's just say I tell her yes. Okay, so if you love me, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why you should have done this? No, you should have done this, that. No, the cycle never stops. In fact, it keeps getting worse. Let's just say I told her by mistake. No. What? So that means all these days you are playing with me, you are playing with my emotions, you're such a horrible person. Why didn't I know about it? First, I thought it's probably happening with me. Then, thanks to her, I recalled all the previous breakups that happened in my life. I recalled all my family relatives who are having problems with each other. I recalled my parents, my cousins' parents, my aunts, uncles, everyone. And I realized between couples, every conflict begins with a yes or no question. Even when you look at when parents reprimand their children, my mom would do this. My dad would be like, he would he would obviously reprimand me, but he would be like, come on, tell me what are you going to score next in the next term. Come on, tell me how much will you score. And I would tell her the number. I would score 100 out of 100, 90 out of 100. Mummy would do exactly the same, and her questions would be, will you do this again? Huh? Tell me, will you do this again? And I would always do, mummy, I will not do it. I will not do it. Then why did you do it this time? Why did you do it this time? Hmm, something about women. And yes or no questions is the thing. So I decided on a very, very simple rule. I have developed two antennas. They are invisible, so you can't see them. And those antennas will always, just one moment, let me show you those antennas right now so that you will know. This is how they look. Okay. This is how they look. And these antennas are a reminder that, okay, I'll also put it like this. Yes. These antennas are called rabbit antennas, and they remind me not to answer a yes or no question. So any woman in this world asks me any of these yes or no questions, immediately put a full stop of, I'm so sorry. I've made a promise to myself that I don't answer yes or no questions. Thank you for understanding. Now that really spices things up because women, they can only get angry on themselves for the way they ask questions, and that's their innate nature. But you are saved. You don't have to go through any problems. I can see you're giggling, Yogeshwari. I am not doing a stand-up comedy set here.
And while you were sharing all of these things, I was reminded of the first time I asked you a yes or no question, and then you said that's a yes or no question, and I'm not answering. I was startled. How dare you that you deny an answer? And then you stood on your ground. You said that you are emotional right now, and you're not asking a logical question, you're asking an emotional question. You know that I do love you, but still you are asking me whether I do love you or not. If I say yes, you will end up asking me, okay, so you love me, then why do you do this? Why didn't you do that? If I say no, then you would be like, so fine, let me go and find someone else, and you'll go off. Yeah.
Can you also help me recollect the incident here? Because right now I'm really getting some very, very serious thoughts, if that's okay.
No, I myself don't remember the exact incident. You know my memory, right? I, let me wait. Let me give some context to people. People in our relationship between Surya and I'm the one who forgets the dates. I'm the one who forgets every incident. I'm the one who forgets like people's name and everything. And I'm the one who behaves like no, you people say, right? She usually men doesn't remember anything. Here I am the one who is like that, and Surya is the one who remembers everything, date, time. In fact, he'll also calculate the seconds and the seconds, and he'll be telling me, I'll be like, why did I even ask him this question? So that's my situation here. So Surya, I'm so sorry, I don't remember the incident.
We can continue with the conversation.
So when that happened with me for the first time, I was startled. And then I realized that it's a very good technique to not just save yourself, but also to save the entire relationship by not answering the question. When someone is emotionally charged and they ask a yes or no question, even if you give a logical answer, they are not going to understand the logical aspect of it. So, by not choosing to answer the question, we are in fact helping them, helping us by not fueling the emotion. Here's what I want to leave you and hear your thoughts.
Just a carry forward thought. I just got this in my head right now as you were sharing. I hope it never happens, but just in case it does, when you are forced to go and meet the lawyer in the court, the lawyers in the witness box, whoever is there in the witness box, deliberately they ask a lot of yes or no questions. Now, if you are able to use this concept and tell them, Milord, if that's okay, I would like to tell the lawyer that I will not answer any yes or no questions. Because the moment I do, they are going to use that as a speculative thing. So I will only answer open-ended questions. I hope that's okay. And that solves a huge, huge thing and protects you from a lot of conflicts. The best part here is, of course, all the humor and everything aside, if you even understand the structure of a yes or no question, our thoughts, our brain works in such a manner where the moment you ask a question, you immediately get an answer. So I look at myself in the mirror every day and I'm like, Suryadeep, why is your belly almost falling on the floor? And the immediate answer that comes in, because you've been eating burgers for breakfast, biryani for lunch, pizza for dinner, Chinese for a midnight snack, and early morning, if you wake up or go to sleep somewhere around 4 a.m. in the or 5 a.m., you still manage to have some double cheeseburger, bread omelette, or something like that. You fat so. This is the reply that I get. Okay, so the the day you're able to understand that whole concept, where the yes or no questions is only used for attack or defense, particularly for women, this is a part of their entire what's that called, the system. Just like women look very beautiful, Women are always so elegant and gorgeous. When you look at a woman, every woman looks like a heroine, right? Every woman looks like a heroine. The same way, this yes or no muscle, the yes or no button is also fitted inside them. And unfortunately for men, we don't even know the meanings of yes or no. That's why we keep falling in trouble. Over to you, Yogesh.
That's a very beautiful way to put it. And I don't deny the fact, though. I want to slowly move towards the emotional and logical questions. Why do women always ask emotional questions to men, which any man wouldn't be able to understand, comprehend, and they get into frustration? And why do men always think logically and ask a logical counter question to a woman where she cannot process logic when she is emotionally charged? Why do this happen, and how can both the superpower, in fact, none of these things are a weakness. Emotions are a great superpower. At the same time, logic is also a great superpower. When these two come together at the same time, whenever it requires balancing each other, that's when an atom bomb gets created. The power of blending in gets created. But most of us, we don't understand that. And we ask wrong question to the wrong person. Why does that happen? How can we fix it?
So why, what, how of it is beautifully explained in this book called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I'm not able to remember the exact author right now, but if you read that book, you'll find out all the answers to this. Now, how do we deal with this? That's the most important element. The first and foremost thing to understand here is you have to focus your attention not from the yes or no question, rather where is it coming from? And the best way to disarm a yes or no question is to ask, where is it coming from? Do you love me? Where is it coming from? Can't you get me just this? Where is it coming from? Now, it might be a little difficult to do so with a woman because women demand answers, only answers. They are the ones who prefer to ask only questions. Men, on the other hand, don't even know how to ask questions. So there needs to be a level of learning first. And the learning again begins with self-awareness. The questions also, if you observe, where is this coming from? I'm asking you to go to some a part deep within yourself, which is propelling you to ask the question, do you love me? Which means some part of you has probably not felt the love for a brief period of time. Can we go to that and bring that up as a problem? Now, of course, what I just explained over a period of last couple of minutes, seconds, was about context setting. And whenever a woman asks you any of these kind of questions, or even for a man, right? When a man asks a woman logical questions, the woman might become emotional. Honey, when is the revenue coming in? It's not to charge the woman, it's just an inquiry. So to be able to understand the category of questions is also super important from that awareness perspective. Yes, please.
I just wanted to share this. When you shared, honey, when is the revenue coming in? Every single time you asked me, I always took it emotional, even though I know it is logical. That's the feminine energy kicking in. I just wanted to share this.
It's not just you. You look at any woman. The point is, when we are asked a question, immediately the brain gives an answer. And we are always hardwired to give an answer even before the question is complete. Now, we don't allow ourselves that time, right? Question is hit, the time to process the question. What kind of a question it is? Is it a question that should be worth answering? Where is it coming from? What is it that I'll get if I answer it? What will happen if I don't answer it? All these things keep happening, and only then You have Mufasa with you, is it? All right, good to see. So until and unless we get into that zone, we will not be able to even answer, and even if we answer, we fall in trouble. You even look at some of the professional setup also, right? Why didn't you do this work? Why disarms the other person completely, and the other person is already shocked from the fact that they didn't do the good job. Do you want to stay in this company or not? Very difficult question to ask. Very difficult yes or no question to ask. Now I'm at this point of time in this podcast where I even forgot what was your question, Yogesh.
I know. When you were seriously sharing concepts, Mufasa and I, we were distracting you and we were distracting everyone watching because obviously I'm so beautiful. And here Mufasa is also so cute, just sitting right here. Mufasa, show your face in the camera. Yes, this is Mufasa sitting here. So breaking my gadgets though. So sitting here and in a cute way, wagging the tail. Obviously, you would forget everything. I know that. I'll help you recall. My question was, why is it happening and how to handle it?
Why is it happening? The book will answer, and the simplest way to do is every human being, like every form, male and female, have their proper system, and it's a part of the system. How to handle it is the best way to handle it is to set the context, to understand where is it coming from, and then address it layer by layer. Every layer has to be an open-ended question. Do you love me? We'll take that as itself as an example. So let's just say, shall we do a quick role play if that's okay with you? So you become the girl, I'll become the boy, and I'll show you exactly how I handle it. The same question. Do you love me?
So, I'm the girl, I should ask you the emotional question. Okay. Shall I make it the real role play where people can feel that I'm really asking you? Yes,
Yes,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Honey, do you really love me?
Mm, where is this coming from, Yogeshwari? Is everything okay?
Recently, I've been feeling that you don't love me at all.
Is it? Well, what exactly makes you feel like that? Like what is happening that is making you feel so?
If you remember the last time we had the conversation, uh, I wanted to make videos and really do something big on social media. For that, I know I've taken a couple of stupid decisions, but if you had really loved me, you wouldn't have taunted me like that. But you did end up taunting. At the beginning, I I didn't know it was a taunt because I've never experienced a taunt. I thought probably you were sharing something. But as it kept repeating over and over again, I couldn't take it anymore.
Okay, I understand where this is coming from. So, uh, are you saying that at this present moment, at this present point of time, you are recollecting all those episodes, or it's coming to you, and that is what is creating some form of an emotion inside you? Is that correct?
Yes, if you remember, every single time I wanted to do something on social media, either you asked me a question for which I didn't have an answer, you said something which I felt bad. I didn't have the clarity answer that you are looking for, but I know I want to do this. I know I don't deserve this kind of a response from you. And everything is coming in front of me and everything is flashing. And do you know, because of that, I lost my confidence, self esteem, and I am about to give up on myself and about to completely give up on social media.
Now, Yogeshwari, you and I both know that we don't believe in the word sorry. So I'm not going to humiliate you or try to pacify you by saying sorry. Is it okay if I can share where I was coming from or what exactly happened? Is that okay if I can just be open to you about it, and then we can probably start working on towards the solution? Will that be okay?
Yeah, I think I'm open for it.
So you know about my childhood, how it has been, right? And now in retrospection, I'm able to feel that probably I love you so much that I don't want to see you fail. And this whole taunt thing that you're talking about is when I would not do well in my studies, my mom would consistently taunt me for all the things that I did which she did not approve. Unconsciously, even I didn't know that I was incorporating the exact same patterns here. The only intention was to nudge you towards doing the right thing, and you helping you to stop doing what was not serving. But the way that I did it is completely not acceptable. Is it okay if uh, we can work towards what was the problem in the first place? Right now, I cannot undo what's done, but will you give me the chance to stand next to you, hold your hand, walk hand in hand, and do this together? I'll do every single thing that you need in order to support you towards your dreams, and we'll also find out what worked, what did not work. But all of this is meaningless until we start with what is it that you want. So, is it okay if I can ask you what is it that you really want, Yogeshwari? Forget about everything. Forget about what happened, what did not happen, what I said, what I not said. I cannot undo anything. The only way I can apologize is when I'm here for you right here, right now, which I am. What do you want, Yogeshwari?
First of all, you have no idea how happy I felt when you said that you wanted to stand beside me and walk this journey hand in hand with me, because that's exactly I want. I know I might take a couple of wrong decisions, but instead of stopping me and telling me outright no, because again, right from my childhood, I've been hearing an outright no. So for me, an outright no, a rejection is control. Like literally holding me as a puppet and controlling me. And that is a huge trigger. So instead of completely cutting me down, rejecting my suggestions, ideas, completely saying an outright no, is that okay if you can sit and reason it out with me? If you feel that I am doing something that is not serving, reason it out and prove that it's not going to help. Make me believe either through logical reasoning or through emotional reasoning or through facts or through data, or despite all of your efforts, if I still want to proceed, let me proceed. I at times like to learn from experience. Make me feel that you are not against me. Rather, even if I am going to fall inside a well, you will stand out with a lifeguard so that, or tell me that, okay, you're going to jump into the well right now. Let me put the lifeguard on you and let me tie a rope behind you so that you jump. When you sink in, I can pull you out immediately. I want you to do that. Is it possible?
You know that I'm not so good at this. However, I'm definitely going to do it. Is it okay whenever I need any help in this regard and I find it difficult, if we both can team up and navigate through it, where you can help me to to ask you whatever it is that you would like to me to ask you, so that even though I don't know anything about it, you can uh, help me in that process, and then I can help you do the same as well. Will that be okay?
Absolutely. I'm not going to expect that you will understand everything even before I could open my mouth. I'm not going to be so unreasonable that I will expect that you have to read my mind even before I could express anything. I will step by step give you guidance how to handle me. I will step by step give you guidance how to deal those kind of situations with me so that you can learn and you can do this with me because I really want to do this with you. Doing it alone, there's no fun in that. With you, everything is beautiful.
So, Yogeshwari, we've been talking for the last couple of minutes, and we were able to not just address the problem, but now we are in the process of working together also on solving this once and for all. Um, do you think that I love you?
Looks like you closed me once again, right? So here the role play ends, and people, you see, he didn't answer my question and he looped it with a question, same question to me to help me understand whether he loves me or not. And this is, I think, it's a beautiful role play that we have done. I became a little emotional, but I felt that out of all the role plays that we have ever done, this is going to be memorable for me, and I'm going to cherish this.
And for those of you who've been observing, I think every single moment, there are three very important pointers here. The first, the intention. Yes, I am scared as much as I am ready to pee in my pants, even now at this point of time. I'm literally holding my bladders right now. Okay. But I cannot allow her to know it. She's emotionally charged. So I have to, it's always important to maintain the yin and yang energy and holding that space. So I hope I was able to establish that. Second, in spite of being scared. Second, did you observe my tonality? It was always about compassion. If you and how will you know the tonality? Rewind and observe the tonality of Yogeshwari asking that first question, second question, getting emotional, and slowly, slowly how her tonality improved, and she ended with a big blush. I mean, every single time we have such conversation, I love to do a mic drop of blush, blush, everything. That's always how the conversation should end, right? And so, but in order to ensure it happens, you have to maintain the tonality of compassion, empathy, of addressing the problem in a way that the person whom you're speaking to feels that this person is genuinely helping me and is with me in this. And the third, this is the most important thing, closing the loop with the assurance that they eventually got the answer that they had asked you in the first place. The conversation is not a yes or no. The conversation is for them to say whether it's a yes or no. Your responsibility is to give them the proof. By the way, even if you're not able to do it as good as I did, now I've been doing this for what, the last 10 years since I learned professionally how to date, and then went into two or three very serious relationships which did not work out. And now with Yogeshwari, it's I don't even use any of these techniques, honestly speaking. It's just that I'm decoding it for you right now. My only priority is for her to feel good, her to feel safe, for her to feel like home all the time. So when she says that, yes, she feels my love, I've done a good job. The time, even if you're not able to be this good, the fact that you've given that amount of time towards the problem, towards the issue, Women want only that. They don't want you to become their Shah Rukh Khan. Of course, I am the Shah Rukh Khan for Yogeshwari. I'm working my hard as ever to become the Shah Rukh Khan. Even if you're not a Shah Rukh Khan, you can always be a Rajpal Yadav. You can always be a Nasiruddin Shah. You can always be a Yogi Babu in your own way. At the end of the day, it's the woman who's always the centerpiece. Always. Because if the woman is happy in a relationship, abundance just flows in. I think I'm also a little emotional here, Yogeshwari. Over to you.
So, as Surya is getting emotional, let me make things light. Men, if you are watching this, rewatch it multiple times so that you can save your relationship. Not just save your relationship, rather, I would say you can make your relationship, make the most of every relationship that you are having with your mom, with your sister, with your spouse. Doesn't matter. Any relationship is worth saving. And women, if you feel like, "Ah, I wish my husband is like Surya, that he gives me all this attention," send this video to the man you love. Request them to watch. Again, set a context. Just don't no send it, forward it on their WhatsApp and tell them, hey, watch. Don't do that. Please don't do that. We are not going to help anyone well by doing this. Or don't send the video and then say, huh, I sent you a video, you didn't even watch that. Please don't do that. Okay, rather set a context. In fact, Surya and I, we are consciously practicing this every single day. If I send something, I'll request him saying that, is that okay if I can request you to watch this video, please? If I want to ask something, is that okay if I can get your attention for 5 minutes? Because I really respect his time. I really respect his attention. He's in the middle of the work. I cannot demand his focus and attention when he's working because he's working for me to really give that great life that we wanted to build together, right? And if I'm working for him. So yes, we are entitled for their time, attention, love, and everything, but we cannot take it for granted. So request, set context, and ask that, is it okay if you have time somewhere during the day, if you can watch this video? I really love the video and I want us to work towards a great relationship together. Is it okay if we can do it together? Is it okay if you can watch this and let me know how do you feel about it? Now that will help them to understand you better. Now, after watching this video, if you people feel like you want to practice this, then as I always say, and I've been telling this for the last 3 podcasts, join our cohort because we are going to teach this hand in hand and we are going to make you practice. The first, it starts with the fundamentals of communication, the foundations of communication. When once you master that, you master every single thing that we are discussing right now. And cohort is the best place to lay the foundation. So do not miss that. Links are down. We are excited to see you, see how your relationship with your partner is blooming and becoming better and better day by day. See you in the next podcast. Bye bye. Until then.